I yield back. Madam Speaker, today my colleagues and I rise to honor the legislative legacy and the life of my good friend and colleague and fellow Georgia Bulldog, U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson. For more than 20 years, Senator Isakson has served the people of Georgia in the United States Congress, tirelessly fighting for the people of Georgia. During his tenure, Senator Isakson has been a bellwether for many in our delegation, both as a member of this body and as a United States Senator. If I've heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times. Where's Johnny on this? What does Johnny think about this? Have you spoken to Johnny on this? He has offered counsel that's been learned through his 40 years of public service that is invaluable to me and many of us in the Georgia delegation and throughout this nation. I have many personal stories about Johnny. Some of them are appropriate for the floor, some of them are not. But my first recollection of Senator Isakson was a call that I made as a young teenager when we had a mutual friend and I needed a little help getting him through the ballot process at the fraternity house. And Senator Isakson picked up the phone and called, and a few minutes later the president of the fraternity walked in and said, "I'm not quite sure who spoke to Senator Isakson, but this is the way the next vote's going to go." And that was all it took. So I can't tell you over the last 30 plus years how much you've meant to me and to my family. And when I'm back home, I constantly tell people of the respect our delegation and all the members of the House and the Senate have for you. You have brought forward a sense of bipartisanship and working across the aisle for the good of all Georgians. He's played a key role in building and maintaining his reputation, and I look forward to that special tradition continuing in the coming legislative sessions. Public service is much more than just the service of the member. It's also the service of the family. Senator Isakson, your children, your wonderful wife, Diane, we extend our thanks for their commitment to serve Georgia and their support to our delegation and fellow delegation members. Their impact cannot be understated, and we look forward to you enjoying more time with Diane and your entire family as you enter your next chapter. For decades, Senator Isakson and his family have faithfully served our state. His character, godliness, and statesmanship will be greatly missed in Washington, D.C. His faithful service to the great state of Georgia is second only to our beloved mascot, Uga. He is a giant among men and dogs, dedicated and deliberate, and it has been an honor to work alongside him, fighting for the good people of Georgia and the veterans of the United States of America. With that, I yield to my colleague and my fellow Georgian, Mr. Lewis.